Hi, Anthony Alfo here, and in this video we're going to talk about how to implement your overall financial plan. We're going to recap the courses that we talked about in the last 11 videos. So first, I just want to thank you again for taking the time to take the course and listen to me. I hope that you learned a lot from it, and I welcome you to certainly reach out at any point with any questions that you might have. So the steps that we covered was first your overall spending goals and how to break those spending expenses down into needs, wants, and wishes. From there, we talked about the different potential financial resources that you might have, and we started with guaranteed income sources first to create the base to match up to your overall essential needs. So the first one we covered in video 2 was Social Security, and I urge you to really consider deferring it out to age 70. In videos 3 and 5, we talk about creating your own pension to have additional guaranteed income streams, either through your employer pension that you might have, or if you don't, using a part of your overall portfolio and creating your very own personal pension via an annuity. And in video 4, we talked about the benefits of a bond ladder and how that can provide a bridge for you while you're deferring your Social Security, or to add some additional income to help create additional essential income needs that you might be looking for that the annuity and Social Security and pension might not be providing enough of. From there, we talked about how to create your very own growth-oriented portfolio, and that was really going to be used more as a bonus amount of income for your wishes and your wants. And then in video 7, we started the fortification of how to overall protect your overall financial plan from things like long-term care. And we discussed the benefits of going through an analysis to determine how vulnerable your financial plan is to long-term care expenses and whether or not it makes sense to consider insurances. In video 8, we talked about 5 ways to maximize your overall investment portfolio from an after-tax basis using different wealth maximization strategies. Video 9, we talked about the benefits of considering a Roth conversion, identifying opportunities to pay taxes at a lower tax rate potentially today versus deferring it further down the road when tax rates might be higher in the future. And lastly, video 10, we talked about the role of an advisor, the different types of advisors out there, and the type of value you should be getting from an advisor relationship. So from here, now in order to implement this, you can kind of go 2 different routes. One, you can go about doing it yourself, and number 2, you can go more of the route of working with an advisor. So if you found that these concepts are pretty easy to you, you have most of this all done, you might be in good enough shape to just go more the route of doing it yourself. You can certainly reach out if you have a need for maybe a second opinion to make sure that you actually are on the right road path. Option 2, if you feel like this has been great and this is just kind of the beginning of your educational journey and you want to continue upon this and make sure that you're making the right choices, that you don't want to go at it alone, that you and your spouse are going to be taken care of and looking for certainty that the outcomes that you hope and want for are going to happen with 100% conviction, then I would say it might make sense to work with an advisor. And so if you are open to switching advisors if you have one, or working and starting a new relationship, I would welcome a conversation with you. What I have is a special offer where we would set up first a 30-minute phone call to get a better sense of what it is that you're looking for, why things aren't maybe working right now, and why you're looking maybe to make a change. And then we would go over the next 3 meetings. This free retirement assessment is a 3-step process where we would first gather your information together, help you gather all your financial information, and we put together an assessment to see how everything's working. We test everything we just talked about in the previous 11 videos. And then from there, we'd have a follow-up meeting where we would go over it together to see what's working well, what may not be working so well, and then provide to you specific recommendations or strategies to make your situation better. So if that sounds like something that makes sense for you, I'd welcome you to reach out by going to our website, in the top right corner, clicking on the button called Free Assessment. And once you click on that, there'll be an option to click on My Schedule where you can schedule a 30-minute call to get started. So I look forward to the opportunity and chance to meet you. If you have additional questions, you can certainly shoot me an email at anthony@cardinalwg.com. And again, I just want to thank you again for taking the course and the time. I hope you learned a lot from it. And if you do come across anybody that you think would benefit from this type of course, feel free to forward this series of videos to them, or you can certainly direct them to my email and I can pass that along to them. So thanks again. Best of luck with everything. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. Have a great day.